Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Why Andy Cohen doesn't like firing Real Housewives stars? What is the exact reason that Andy Cohen does not like to fire Real Housewives stars? He is currently embroiled in drama and lawsuits with alums Leah McSweeney and Brandi Glanville. Caroline Manzo is also suing Bravo as well as its fellow production companies. Then, Bethany Frankel has been on a mission to take down Bravo for some time now. So there is a lot of drama, but is that the reason why Andy wants to keep Housewives around as long as possible? Keep reading for more details. Why Andy Cohen doesn't like firing Real Housewives stars? The last few years have not been the best when it comes to former housewives. Bethany Frankel, who was at Art A Show and OG, praised Andy Cohen and Bravo for launching her career. Then, she rebelled against them and believed that the Bravolebs needed to create a union for themselves. She started to her reality reckoning tour, and soon enough, RHONY alum Leah McSweeney jumped on board. Leah sued Bravo and Andy, alleging they preyed upon her, knowing she had alcohol and mental health problems. Furthermore, she claimed Andy did cocaine with Housewives to give them a better edit. Finally, after Caroline Manzo sued Bravo after alleging Brandi Glanville assaulted her, Brandi came out and turned it on Andy. She claimed he had assaulted her and used her to get men. Since he is gay, some of the male Bravolebs had no interest in him, so he would ask her to hook up with him. Luckily for him, many stars of the network have rushed to his side to praise him and say they have never seen him do anything bad. Now, at this point, Andy does not like firing any housewives, and he has very good reasoning. According to In Touch Weekly, he struggles with letting the ladies go because they know too much. An insider shared it is hard to let the Ultimers go because they possess a vast amount of insider knowledge. Additionally, proof is in the pudding. Though Bravo has denied this, there is some proof and truth to what the insider is saying. RHONY alum Carol Radziwill has repeatedly called out Andy Cohen since she exited after season 10. Once the Housewives' contracts end, it appears that they either go on and are appreciative, or they do not care. For example, when RHONY was rebooted, a handful of fan-favorite cast members were cast on RHUGT. It was called RHUGT RHONY Legacy and starred Ramona Singer, Luann de Lesseps, Sandra Morgan, Kristen Takeman, Kelly Benjamin, and Dorinda Medley. They all seemed grateful and appreciative for their time on the series, and the fans are desperate for them to come back. In the end, Bravo cannot let a few bad apples ruin the whole bunch. Andy Cohen, the face of Bravo and the mastermind behind the wildly popular Real Housewives franchise, has spent years navigating the highs and lows of reality television. From the drama-filled reunions to behind-the-scenes negotiations, he's been at the helm of some of the most shocking and entertaining moments on television. Despite his role as the ultimate decider of who stays and who goes, there's one aspect of his job that Cohen has consistently expressed discomfort with: firing Real Housewives stars. It might seem strange for a TV executive, especially one who's become synonymous with drama and tough decisions, to have such a personal aversion to firing cast members. But Andy Cohen's reluctance to let housewives go isn't just about the logistics of running a show. It's deeply rooted in his emotional connection to the stars and the unique, often unpredictable nature of the franchise. The personal connection. One of the primary reasons Cohen dislikes firing Real Housewives stars is the personal bond he builds with them. Unlike other reality shows where participants come and go in short stints, the Real Housewives cast members often become long-term fixtures in the franchise. Some have been on their respective shows for over a decade, navigating marriages, divorces, childbirth, and countless scandals, all under the watchful eye of Cohen. Through it all, Cohen isn't just an executive producer, he's a confidant, interviewer, and sometimes even a friend. Cohen's interactions with the housewives aren't limited to what viewers see on screen. There are countless meetings, phone calls, and private discussions that happen off-camera. He gets to know these women on a deeper level, often understanding their motivations, insecurities, and struggles in a way few others can. It's one thing to make a business decision about a nameless, faceless employee. It's another to sever ties with someone whose life story you've been deeply intertwined with for years. I know these women, Cohen has said in interviews, explaining why it's hard for him to deliver the bad news. "I've been to their homes, I've met their families. It's more than just business, it's personal." For Cohen, letting a housewife go can feel like breaking up with a friend, and it's never an easy decision. The unpredictability factor. Another reason Cohen struggles with firing housewives is the unpredictable nature of reality TV. One of the things that makes the Real Housewives franchise so successful is the unexpected twists and turns that arise when you throw a group of strong personalities together. Some of the most iconic moments in the franchise's history have come from stars that were once considered unremarkable, only to explode into fan favorites or scandal makers when the right situation arose. Cohen understands that firing a housewife too early could mean missing out on golden TV moments down the road. A housewife might seem like she's run her course, but then a new relationship, a feud, or a business venture might catapult her back into the center of the drama. Part of Cohen's hesitation comes from not wanting to pull the trigger too soon on someone who might still have more to offer the show. Take, for example, Bethany Frankel. During her initial seasons on The Real Housewives of New York City, Frankel was known for her sharp wit and entrepreneurial spirit, but she wasn't always the central figure in the show's drama. After a brief hiatus, she returned to the franchise and became one of its most iconic and central figures, with her personal life and skinny girl empire becoming key storylines. Cohen knows that letting go of a housewife prematurely could rob the franchise of its next big storyline, the fans' attachment. Cohen is also acutely aware of the emotional attachment fans develop toward their favorite housewives. Each city in the Real Housewives universe has its own set of beloved stars, and while the audience might clamor for a certain cast member's removal during one season, they could be singing her praises the next. The fans are notoriously fickle, and Cohen must weigh their reactions carefully when considering who to fire. When a longtime cast member is fired, it can lead to a fan outcry that reverberates across social media. The hashtag RHONJ fanbase, for example, has been particularly vocal whenever rumors of Teresa Giudice's potential exit have surfaced. Fans are emotionally invested in these women, and firing a fan favorite could lead to a drop in ratings or a backlash against the network. Cohen has mentioned in interviews how fans often tweet at him, begging for certain housewives to stay or go. It's not uncommon for him to receive thousands of messages daily, with some fans even creating petitions to save their favorite housewives from being axed. This level of passion makes the decision to fire someone all the more difficult, as Cohen must balance the need for fresh storylines with the fans' emotional connections. The long-term impact, firing a housewife, isn't just about that particular star's departure. It can have a ripple effect on the entire cast dynamic. The housewives often form alliances and friendships over the years, and removing one key player can disrupt the balance of the show. Cohen has to consider how the rest of the cast will react and whether the group will still have the same chemistry without the departing housewife. In some cases, firing a housewife can lead to unintended consequences, like other cast members choosing to leave in solidarity or the remaining cast failing to generate the same level of drama without the presence of the fired star. This long-term impact is something Cohen has to weigh carefully when making these tough decisions. The business of drama. Despite his reluctance to fire housewives, Cohen understands that it's sometimes a necessary part of keeping the franchise fresh. Reality TV is, at its core, a business, and the Real Housewives franchise thrives on drama, tension, and conflict. If a housewife isn't bringing enough to the table, whether that's in the form of personal storylines, conflicts with other cast members, or engaging with the audience, it can drag the entire show down.